I sure hope he doesn't see us in this bright yellow banana.
Are you trying to say that you're embarrassed to be seen in an American classic?
You had a great blend of action and comedy, especially with the scenes with Chris and Oscar.
I didn't raise no fool.
What was it like getting those performances out of them?
It was great, and we had a great benchmark. The comic book does that really well. It combines, comedy with really gritty action in a very unique way. We had to really sort of orchestrate that so you would weave the comedy through the action and not just have like comedy then action, comedy then action. It was mostly about discussing the scenes with the actors, and I would give them the room to breathe the comedy spontaneously. So that's why that actually worked, because it felt organic.
What type of input did they give you?
I was able to trust them because they were all very good, talented actors. And you don't always go with 100% of the ideas they give, but you may go with only half of them, but those are the ones that make the difference in the film.
Now, you've worked with Sylvain before. How was it this time around?
Even better, because you have a comfortability. When you first meet a director or work with a director, you take some time to kind of feel each other out and figure out how to work with each other.
Nice hit, Colin. Woo! Good job, man.
That was nice. He knows how to work with me. I know how to work with him. But I knew he was going to be a delight for everyone else to discover as well.
At the beginning of the movie, you're throwing chairs and furniture and smashing bottles on poor Jeffrey here, but you guys still both look so sexy. What was it like doing that training?
Thank you.
Oh, it was about a year ago. I just have healed up. It took a while.
There were a couple of bruises here and there. It took a couple of weeks to heal.
We decided it was foreplay.
It was
foreplay for these two characters. That's Clay and Aisha's way. This was where they first found their first bonding moment. Who are you?
I have a business proposition for you, Clay.
We worked with an amazing stunt coordinator. Sylvain was very specific. He didn't just want it to be a fight scene, because you know that there's this attraction that starts from the beginning between Clay and Aisha. So if you just do a very violent fight scene, then there's no way you can justify these people being drawn to each other. Right. So it was, and Sylvain put it in the best way possible. He goes, I want you guys to beat the crap out of each other while you're getting to know each other.
What was it about Zoe that made you say, that's Aisha, when you're casting?
I just knew from the 4 or 5 movies I had seen her in, the independent films that she'd done, that she's just a great actress. She can do drama and character work extremely well. In The Losers, I knew she would bring that to the table, but the big challenge for her role was the physicality of her role, and to make that believable. She has to hold her own, with these like 5, 6 other guys, and she really trained hard, and so that she could carry and run with those guns and really look believable.
That's a badass chick.
Tell me about your character. You wore the cowboy hat, and nobody can touch the cowboy hat. But are you really that quiet on set, or is this guy just complete opposite?
No, I was so quiet on the set. It was an amazing cast because all the crew was living our characters beyond the cameras, and it was very useful for our work. But yeah, as you see, I'm not very talkative.
Never touch the hat.
Now, Idris and Jeffrey, you have a fight scene as well. Maybe not as sexy as.
What are you talking about?
It was sexy.
I think Broken Clay's fight scene
grunting we had to
Very
do.
were
sexy.
sexy.
It was awesome.
We trained for that for a long time, Jeffrey and I. It was one of our first bonding moments.
Yeah. It was.
And to see it all together was just gorgeous, because Sivan had a really direction for how he wanted this film. He wanted to see 2 friends fighting. He wanted to see that emotion between 2 friends.
Rogue, I'm sorry I hit you in the face.
That was good. That was good. Rogue.
Clay, I'm sorry I threatened to cut your head off.
Don't you 2 feel so much better?
No.
Your character's favorite choice of weapon is a knife.
His knives, yeah, I had a knife this big, baby. Ow!
Wow.
But that's what your mama said. But
I'm impressed.
But no,
I heard
it was-
about those mama jokes on set.
That originated on Stomp the Yard with Columbus and Sylvain.
Yeah, it gets mundane on set. It gets mundane. You're doing take after take after take. Spirits get kind of low sometimes, and just to bust up a quick laugh and get everybody's spirits up, it helps the film. You'd be surprised. It really, really does. We had a phrase that we coined called saying no one was safe. So as soon as a mama, you can't take offense, can't get your feelings hurt. So I don't know your mom, but I knew her last night.
I know your mom.
You can't do a mama joke to yourself, though. No, I did say it to myself.
You did, come on. No.
You didn't hear it? You said, wow. I said, that's what your mama said.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay, to me. Okay, good. I was good, but I was, you know, wah, wah.
There's my star jumping off rooftops.